name's John Kenichi with Sodapop Miniatures. I'm owner and creative director. Origins this year, we're coming here. It's the first time we've come to the show to present some of our games products that are coming up this year. We've recently launched Super Dungeon Explorer, which has been a great success, and wanted to expose more people in the gaming community to it, to get excited and learn about it. We're also sharing Relic Knights for the first time, showing the mechanics off for an upcoming Skirmish Battles game due out later this year. Well, yes, a lot of us have had experience, myself included, working in games and miniatures before, and we wanted to create a product that was a little bit more broad-reaching, that reached both male and female gamers alike, with a little more bubbly, effervescent, colorful characterizations within the anime, manga, gaming genre that I don't think we've explored terribly well with miniatures and traditional tabletop games. It's been very positive. We've had a lot of fun. People like the models. People like the opportunity to explore different styles of gameplay. We try to keep it very quick and simple for people to get involved very quickly. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun for us. Super Dungeon Explorer was kind of a brainchild that popped out of nowhere. We noticed that out in the industry, not a lot of people have really explored the chibi, super deformed style of anime characters in a lot of games without coming across looking too chintzy. We really wanted to have a very authentic feel that reminded us back of playing video games back when I was a kid, right? You wanted to have your characters represent some of the little character artwork and concept work that corresponded to some of your favorite, JRPG style games. So there were little Rundle-Trundle, little big-headed heroes walking around in big suits of armor and oversized weapons. And it was really fun watching them bop monsters and having hearts and potions pop out and collecting treasure and loot and fighting the bad guy. Well, that was a game experience which I enjoyed, and I want to port it back from the computer and the PC to the tabletop where I think it belongs, and get a lot of fun little toys, play a fun, fast game with a lot of people around a table and have a good time. Super Dungeon Explorer is slotted to explore our fantasy realm of Cristalia, our little magical world, just like it would with any other video game. And each one of those realms represents different sorts of heroes and monsters and bosses and new ways that we're going to expand gameplay to allow people to explore the universe a bit further. So in addition to being a traditional style board game, it expands into more of a miniatures territory, allowing people to expand their collections of figures and really get into the background and some of the flavor of the world. The first level we have coming here is Caverns of Roxor. This is our first expansion exploring one of the areas that allows people to play with Roxor, who's a new boss that you get to introduce to your dungeon. And if you know the game, the bosses actually change how the dynamic of the dungeon is played, so you're switching up the game already a great deal just by having a new boss to fight against. He brings with him new types of monsters with different interdependencies and how they work. They work great with the monsters that already come in your box, but they work fantastic together. They'll be broken out into different mob boxes, so individual collectors who don't want to get the whole mess can buy just a few of the rock top minions or just a few of the fire elementals, just to kind of add some spice into games they already play, or flood an entire dungeon full of fire gels and have a good time with it. In addition to that, we have new mini bosses that come with the set, as well as heroes. So if you take a look, and you guys will have some pictures I'm sure later to share around, we have a great new elf adventurer. We have a little princess who's a great little classic character who runs around, healing and doing damage with the power of love and other stuff. Let's see, we got a little dwarf sapper. And as we introduce new levels, we have a chance to explore new heroes and kind of add some more flavor to both sides of the game, how you play. It's planned for a Gen Con release and slotted for street date in and around September. These are core titles that deserve to really be explored. I mean, we're still a relatively young company, so branching out too far is going to get us into a lot of trouble, and it's going to take focus away from really being able to develop the style of game that everybody wants to get into, and certainly the depth that they've been asking for. We've been trying to be responsive to our community as much as possible. We have explored a little bit in getting into card games. We like board games in general because it gives someone a very experience in a box. You don't have to really spend a lot of time collecting a lot of different things. But then again, back to our miniatures roots, Relic Knights, our skirmish game, is going to deserve the attention of some of our best sculptors and artists so that we can explore that universe and bring people sort of the onesie-twosie collector's aspect of getting really fine quality miniatures to add to their armies.
What's the best thing about your job?
My job? I get to play with toys and tell artists to do wonderful artwork that I think is really cool and fun. It's really great.
How'd you get started?
How did I get started? Let's see. Worked together with a couple of my good friends from college. We all started the company together, just kind of as a lark. We wanted to just create some fun models and make some anime-flavored characters and kind of put them into the marketplace to see what would happen, with no real intent of becoming anything larger than what we were. So we started creating a little mini pantheon of characters and started to build a following. For us, I mean, again, our background has primarily been in managing and maintaining games clubs and communities. I myself have worked for some of the largest miniatures companies out there for a while, both overseas and here in the U.S., and kind of knowing all the tricks of the trade, I wanted to apply it to a creative project of our own instead of someone telling us what we had to do. I graduated school. I went to go and work for Games Workshop overseas for a number of years. Came back and started consulting, wrapped up my MBA. I'd been working in and around Microsoft and some of the electronic entertainment for quite a while, and have finally taken the leap to jump in both feet and see if we can get this thing to work.
Best part of your day?
Best part of my day? Going to sleep.